With Hamilton's move to Ferrari, the 2025 driver market opened up, and now we're in a situation where the first domino has fallen, and whatever happens next will shake the sport no matter how you look at it. One of those shakeups can happen in 2026 as well, if Carlos Sainz decides to move to Audi, but recent rumors suggest that time might be running out for the Spaniard. Could he potentially lose his spot in the German manufacturer's team, or is this just pressure from the Germans to make him decide faster? The year 2026 is fast approaching for Audi, with the German manufacturer set to enter Formula 1 in 2 years under the new engine and chassis regulations through the Stake F1 team. Renowned for its success across various motorsports categories, including Formula E, WEC and Rally, Audi aims to add the F1 championship to its accolades. Currently, the team's main drivers are Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu, although both their contracts expire at the end of this year, and with 12 other drivers also facing contract expirations in 2024, their future within the team remains uncertain. In 2023, Alfa Romeo struggled, finishing 9th in a constructors' standing with 16 points, just 4 points ahead of Haas in last place. Bottas contributed 10 points while Zhou added the remaining 6. Approaching his 35th birthday, Bottas appears to have lost some of the form he displayed at Mercedes. Zhou, on the other hand, is entering his 3rd season in F1, seemingly securing his place primarily due to sponsorship support. Reports suggest Zhou's seat could have been at risk in favor of Theo Pourchaire following a delay in sponsorship payments. It is in this context that Audi begins to prospect for its future lineup in view of its arrival in the top category of motorsport. Nico Hülkenberg has stated that he would be very interested in the idea of joining a manufacturer from his country, and the rumor of Esteban Ocon has also surfaced some time ago. However, the long-standing track for Audi is named Carlos Sainz. The Ferrari driver will also be out of a seat in 2024 with Hamilton's move to Ferrari, and not to mention how his father has confirmed that discussions between the number 55 driver and the German manufacturer exist. Audi is always a guarantee of success. After all, I know how seriously they take every project. We all know that Formula 1 is a special world, and I have a lot of respect for Audi, explains Carlos Sainz Sr. I know very well what the famous German mentality means in practice, both the good sides and the not-so-good sides, but we must just have a lot of respect for the Volkswagen Group, with Audi being part of it, continues the rally driver. In my opinion, it's only a matter of time before they succeed in F1. I don't have a crystal ball, but at the moment Audi decides to enter F1, they already inspire a lot of respect in me. Of course, it makes sense for Carlos to talk about what Audi can achieve, especially since I am a member of the Audi family, stated the latest Dakar winner. If we want to speculate, options are a lot for Sainz. A straight swap to Mercedes makes sense, as Carlos and George Russell would be a formidable pairing, but unlikely as Toto Wolff is spoilt for options from within his team's own network. Then a return to RedBull to be Max Verstappen's teammate yet again, as Sainz and the Dutch triple F1 world champion shared a Toro Rosso garage during their debut F1 season in 2015. Since then, much water has passed under the bridge, with Max favoured over Carlos when the time came to promote one of the Red Bull young guns to the senior cockpit alongside Daniel Ricciardo, and history shows how that panned out. With Ferrari out of the question beyond 2024, those are 2 of the top 3 F1 teams available to Sainz. However, chances are slim that either will happen, but never say never in F1. As the Audi F1 team gears up for its debut in 2026, emerging from the Sauber legacy, the interim period is humorously dubbed V-Carb, signifying 2 seasons of transition before the official union between Sauber and Audi takes center stage. Amidst this, the team's long-awaited F1 project, backed by an advertising deal with a casino, enhances the safety standards of the online gambling platform. This venture marks the VW Group's maiden serious venture into F1, constituting their inaugural team in the sport. It's a significant milestone, fitting perfectly with a driver of Carlos Sainz's caliber and experience. His track record of working with various teams, including Ferrari and within the Red Bull organization, positions him ideally for this endeavor. Moreover, Audi F1 team principal Andreas Seidl shares a history with Sainz from their time together at McLaren, further solidifying the synergy, and even before the Hamilton-Ferrari speculation gained traction, because, as we mentioned earlier, Carlos and his father did talk about his potential move to Audi. But the potential move to Audi might not happen, as new rumors surfaced that apparently Audi has sent out an ultimatum ultimatum to Sainz. Currently donned in neon green with sponsorship from Steak and Kick, Sauber is contending with challenges beyond just speed, notably a wheel design flaw that's been compromising pit stops throughout the 2024 season. Amidst this backdrop, Carlos Sainz, fresh off a victory in Melbourne, and amid speculation about his future with teams like Mercedes and Red Bull, is at a career crossroads. Andreas Seidl wants planning security, Bild newspaper highlights, quoting Sauber CEO on the urgency of securing Sainz's commitment. Automotor and Sport has reportedly set a mid-April ultimatum for the 29-year-old Spaniard to decide his trajectory for 2025 and beyond, with Nico Hülkenberg seemingly confirmed for the team's second seat. So the clock is ticking for Sainz, and because he is entering his prime, he has to decide the best possible choice for his career, first and foremost. But he also has to pick the right team. Naturally, leaving the Maranello team wasn't Carlos Sainz's decision, and it seems to be a trend at Ferrari to announce a driver's departure with a full year left on their contract, following the pattern set by Sebastian Vettel in 2020, and now with Sainz, but at least he had time to plan his next move, which might not even be Audi if this ultimatum really is that, and not just speculation. It's uncertain whether Sainz will secure another top team spot, if I'm being honest, because despite his 3-year stint as a key driver for a competitive team, his overall impact on the sport may not have been as significant as he had hoped, and while he showcased occasional brilliance with impressive performances and composure, his inconsistency and tendency to make errors could hinder his prospects as a dependable lead driver for a top team. While the Sauber squad that will turn into Audi is having a miserable season of race-wrecking pit stop problems so far and is firmly in the lower midfield battle and won't even become Audi until 2026, the long-term promise of this project is catching the eyes of drivers willing to play a longer game. There's a chance to get in early, build Audi around yourself as the transition from Sauber proceeds, and probably earn an ample salary along the way. That not only makes it a team worth considering for any current top team driver at risk of missing out on a seat at that end of the grid, but also a prime upwardly mobile destination for ambitious drivers currently stuck in midfield cars. But look, at the end of the day, Audi poses a risk for drivers in the Sainz tier unless he prioritizes financial gain over competitive prospects. In contrast, options like Aston Martin may offer better prospects, being potentially further ahead in development. For drivers entrenched in the lower midfield, such as Albon, despite Williams' recent managerial improvements, it could take considerable time for them to achieve competitiveness. A lateral move to an Audi team, where investments could yield quicker results, might make sense. Similarly, for those at Alpine, a works team currently facing challenges, a transition to a different manufacturer team like Audi could be logical. However, for drivers within the current top 5 teams, the risk of joining Audi may outweigh potential benefits, and that is why Sainz may look at other destinations. As for them, it's a tough call because Audi might seem like a natural fit, given his father's connections with the brand, but their plans may already be set. Mercedes is unlikely considering their surplus of potential candidates to succeed Lewis Hamilton, and a return to Red Bull seems improbable given their past history, which we talked about. While McLaren appears content with their current driver lineup, leaving Sainz with limited options for his future in Formula One. So what do you think? Where could Sainz end up? And could Audi's ultimatum actually make him choose that team? Let us know down in the comments, and we will see you in the next one.